Hi, this is Anil from Learning Lab with a video tutorial on C programming. So in this tutorial I'm going to teach you a function which is used to convert the numbers in string form to its integer values. And to do that we're going to use a function called atoi, and to use this function in your program you need to include this stdlib, which stands for standard library.h header file. Okay, first we're going to see the syntax of this function, and then we're going to see how to use this function in our program. So this atoi function is going to take a string which contains a number in string form, and it's going to return the integer value of that number present in the string. So we can say that this function is going to convert the string pointed by this str into an integer value, and also this string must contain a valid integer number, and if it is not containing a valid integer number, then the return value will be undefined. So in C, a string is an array of characters between double quotes. So let's say we have a number 12. So this is an integer number, and if I write this number in between these double quotes, then it's gonna be a string value. So this is a string and this is an integer number. So this atoi function is gonna take this string which contains the integer number, and it's gonna convert that to its integer value. So it's gonna take 12, which is a string, and it's gonna return the 12, which is an integer value. Okay, now we're gonna see how we can use this function in our program. So just for the demonstration purpose, we need a character array to store a string. That's why we're gonna create one, and let me call it as num1, and let's assign a value of 1 2, which is in double quotes, that's why it's a string. And the next thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna create another character array num2, and also we're gonna store a value of 3 4 in double quotes, that's why it's gonna be a string. The next thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna create two variables to store the integer value of these two strings, and let me call it as number1 and number2. Okay, now we're gonna use this atoi function to convert the number in this string form to its integer value, and we're gonna store that in this number1 and number2 variables. That's why it's gonna be number1 equal to atoi, and we need to pass this string, so it's gonna be num1, and for num2 also we're gonna do the same thing, and I'm gonna copy this and paste it in the next line, and we're gonna change this one to number2, and here also num2. So now this number1 and number2 are gonna contain the integer value of these two strings. So we can perform any operation that we do on the integer values with this number1 and number2. So just for the demonstration purpose, I'm just gonna add these two numbers. Okay, first we're gonna print out the values returned by these atoi functions, or the values of this number1 and number2. That's why I'm gonna write %d. Let's add a tab, then it's gonna be a %d again, and here we need to refer number1 and number2. Okay, the next thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna add these two numbers using number1 and number2, and the result is gonna be an integer value. That's why we're gonna write %d here, and also we're gonna say number1 plus number2. Okay, that's it. I'm gonna save this one, and before that let's add a new line here. Okay, compile and run. Okay, you can see here for this string 12 in double quotes, it returned a value of 12, and for this 34 it returned 34. These two are in integer form, and also in this second printf statement just added that numbers 12 plus 34, and the result is 46, which is been returned here. Okay, the next thing is the string that contains a number can be terminated by any characters that cannot be part of an integer number. For example, the string can contain any characters such as white spaces, punctuations, or any alphabetical characters after this number. So let's say we have dot 35. So this dot is a character, so this dot 35 will be present in this string, and this atoi function is going to return only 12 because this dot cannot be a part of a integer number. So this atoi function returns only the integer number present in the string in the beginning. So if I save this one, execute, compile and run, you can see here only 12 is returned. And also the string can contain any alphabetical characters such as A and here 34B. So if I have that, and if I save this one, compile and run, okay, now you can see here 12A only 12 is returned, 34B only 34 is returned. So 12 plus 34 equal to 46. Okay, the next thing is the string which contains the integer must have the integer values at the beginning of the string here. So let's say we have A first, then 1 2, then A, then this atoi function is going to return, I don't know what the heck it's going to return, let's check it out. So it returns 0. So to use this atoi function, you should have a string, and in the string the beginning characters must contain our integer values. Okay, this is it guys. This is about the atoi function, which is used to convert the numbers in a string to its integer values. And thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. If you guys have any doubt, don't hesitate to put a comment in that video, and I'll see you in the next tutorial.